Hello and welcome back to the final Treasure Hunting Tuesday video of 2021. Now, since I'm starting, real quick note, the Soul of an Artist excavation, I'm not sure that I'm going to do Treasure Hunting Tuesday every single week in 2022. The Soul of an Artist excavation videos will air every Saturday morning, and that's going to be a lot to keep up with. So I will do my best to do both, but Treasure Hunting Tuesday may fall a little bit by the wayside. So anyway, let's get on with this one because this is going to be the grand finale of this year. So what I've got here today is I've got my Artist Loft paints. I've got black and white here, and then I've got golden teal colored paint, and then I always have my fine liner India ink, and I don't always use this, but I like to have it handy all the time. Now for stencils and mark makers, of course I've got the brayer and the little jelly plate, and of course a sponge that's very well used already, but it's got a little juice left in it. Now I've also just got a regular pencil, and I've got my Uniball Signo white gel pen, and then just a fine liner black Sharpie pen. And then of course I've got my old gift card for paint scraping. Now this time I wanted to add some corrugated cardboard. I love this stuff, and I may use it as a mark maker, and I may use it as a collage element, and I may use it as both. So we'll just see how it goes. You know me, I like to work very organically. Oh yes, and I do have this teal pen too, this just little ballpoint pen, and I may or may not use that. Now once again, I'm going to be using a couple of Robyn McClendon stencils. I wanted to use these back to back just to show what a wildly different page that you could get from the same stencils. And then I'd like to add in a couple of my handmade stencils, this bar stencil here, and then I've got a few. This is really hard to see, I apologize. Let's see, you can see it better on this side. Let me move these. And then I've got these funky little stencils that I hand cut that I just drew out real quick while I was watching TV one night. So that's everything we're going to be using today. And istencils.com is again linked below for Robyn's stencils. And mine, I'm probably going to get set up to sell my own stencils. I'm not quite there right now, but I will be sure to make an announcement here on my channel when I do. But for now, to get these really awesome, beautiful stencils, you can get these right now. So let's get into this. Okay, so here's this page all dry and complete, and I think it's really fun how it came out. And when you've got a few different colors going on your jelly plate, if you like that idea, you can kind of just mush them together with your sponge and get some really nice calming effect on your paintings. It brought in a lot of elements of gray and kind of knocked things back and toned things down. And I was planning on using a lot more white in this at the end, like I did in the last page, but I saw this, and then the addition of the corrugated cardboard marks, I really felt like that was enough. So, and you saw how many times I brought this back, like 3 times. So not to worry, you know, it's just paint. And I know so many of us, we go through this stage where we have this fear around paint, but it's just paint. And if you cover something, you can bring it back and you can cover it again. I really like to just let the page tell me the next step, and that's how I work. I really don't have a plan for these. I pick a palette, and you know, I do want to say something about the palette. I love being able to use just a few colors. You know, we only used 3 colors in this painting, and look at all the different tones we ended up getting. I love bright, beautiful, colorful artwork, but I also really love to push a lot of stuff back and just use a few colors, because then those colors really, I mean, the turquoise in this really gets to be the star, and the black and the white serve to highlight, but they also serve to tone down. So a few of the tools I talked about in the beginning of this did not get used, and you know, I just like to have stuff to hand, and that doesn't always mean that everything's gonna get used, but it's the way I work, and it just works out perfect for me to be able to do that. But I really love her stencils, and it was so fun to think, well, you know, how would this look if I just backed them up to each other instead of, you know, you never have to use a stencil as it comes, ever. And I really rarely do that. And if you see my work, you've seen that many times. Like, I will do fragments. Sorry about that, guys. I had to cut out for a minute. I have this little Chihuahua mix, and his name is Joey. And this dog, if I work too much and don't pay attention to him for an hour or 2, he lets me know. So he was just doing that. He was there over there yiping. When we first got him, it was so funny because I was outside working. It was summertime, and I was out working in the yard, and he was in the house, and he started this yiping, and it sounded awful, and we thought, oh my gosh, what's wrong? And I came running in the house as fast as I could, just so worried about my little tiny guy, and he was fine. He was just sitting there yiping. So sorry about that. I try not to let that happen, because I know if my dogs bark in my videos that they will get your dogs going. And if that happens when you're trying to get everybody settled down at night and just watch a quick video, it's happened to me anyway. So that's what happened there. But then, you know, I'm always looking for just a little spot of contrast to throw my signature in. And I always, of course, find it. Some of my artwork is quite busy, and I like the busyness of it. It kind of reminds me of like a really busy city nightlife style of artwork, especially the last page with Robyn's stencils. I really got that vibe in that doing that piece of artwork. But I really love to tone things back too. So you have so many options with these pages, and I'm just going to keep tossing these in between the Soul of an Artist excavation dig videos, because these really have my I'm addicted to these, and I'm obsessed with these, and it's just this art form that is never ending. And, you know, I had talked about putting a little collage in, and I decided against it this time. But of course, you know, that's not always going to be the case. So come on back, and thank you so much for joining me today, and hit that subscribe button. And we are really going to make some very fun artwork this year, this upcoming year. So thanks for joining for the very last Treasure Hunting Tuesday of 2021, and I will see you real soon. Have a great day.